last but not least, I would like to bring Jean and Sandra up. Sandra Laratonda. Jean and Sandra are two 9/11 truth advocates from Pittsburgh. Together, they host the 9/11 War Room, a weekly roundtable discussion centered around 9/11 news, strategy, and activism. It takes place every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and everyone is welcome to join. They usually travel to New York City for the anniversary, but this year, Washington was the place to be. Please.
Hi, I'm going to use the microphone. He doesn't need a microphone.
Yeah.
Because he's got pipes.
Right.
You can hear me okay though, right? Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a little different from all the polished speakers that we've had tonight. Thank you for hanging around for so long and so late. Thank you to Redacted and all the people still watching on the live stream. Appreciate it tremendously. I know it's been a long evening.
Quaker House, thank you for the space.
Yeah, thank you to the Quaker House. So, we just want to tell a little story of how we got here, really, an activism story. It was in the fall of 2021 when Gene received an email at work. He's in construction, and he received an email from the National Fire Protection Association, the NFPA. Random, junk email, just inviting a whole bunch of people to attend their next conference, which was going to be in Boston. And,
Let me preface this by how many people are 9/11 activists and advocates in this room? By show of hands. And we'll sit here all day until everybody raises their hand, because every single one of you is an activist and an advocate. And this turning the tide wouldn't have happened without all of our collective efforts. So with that, this is one short story of how we took something so benign as a spam email and it turned into something like this.
Yeah, it's a story of how we got here. So it started off with this email, NFPA, and Gene had a thought, thinking, it's the National Fire Protection Association, which, 9/11 should have changed all the standards of how we fight fires and they set up their command posts, and they didn't. So we wanted to we thought it might be a good idea to maybe participate in this thing. So we sent the email. It was going to happen in Boston. So we sent the email to Richard and to our friends at Boston 9/11 Truth, Alan, Susan, and a couple of others. And we said, hey, check this out. What can we do with this? And long story short, everybody was totally gung-ho and said, yeah, that sounds like a great plan. We should have a booth at the NFPA. But we needed a firefighter, which, under the circumstances. So Richard had just reconnected with Eric Lawyer, Firefighters for 9/11 Truth. He'd been in retirement for a couple of years. He'd been retired for a couple of years. They had just reconnected, and so we threw it at Eric, and we said, well, what do you think? And he's like, that sounds like a great idea. And so he had been working on his boss for 10 years, Captain Raul Angulo, who a little reluctantly, but he'd been convinced by the evidence finally, and he decided to join the team. And together,
Eric worked on him for a while and took the name Wackadoodle from Captain Angulo all those years, but broke through.
Broke through. And so the organization, we had to enlist under an organization's name. It was the Protecting All Protectors Association, and that became PAPA for short. So a very endearing term.
Alliance, yes.
Oh, there's a...
Protecting All.
I'm sorry, a little nerves. So that's it. So the following year, in June of 2022, the whole team went to the National Fire Protection Association's conference in Boston, which was followed by
Las Vegas, and then Orlando was the third and most successful. They all were successful, but the third one I did get to attend the event. Funny, just set of circumstances. Where our booth was, they didn't have anybody to purchase the booth next to us. So we got a double booth for the cost of one. Then we find out we're directly across from the International Fire Safety Journal. That's a bonus. He's an Englishman. And Paul Cayley, who produced Calling Out Bravo 7, also an Englishman, comes, we're like, this is great. They'll see each other. This will be a good thing. They did hit it off, but then Captain Raul Angulo showed up. Duncan! They embrace each other. It hits off really well. Duncan invites Raul to write an article in the International Fire Safety Journal. 8,000 word article put in the magazine, and that caught the eye of Curt Weldon, former Congressman Curt Weldon.
Yep. Funny side note on that one, Curt Weldon reached out to Raul to, get him to, connect, and Raul hung up on him because he he didn't think that Curt Weldon would actually be calling him until someone called him 2 days later and said, "Why did you hang up on Curt Weldon?" He goes, "Was that really him?" And it was, "Yeah, that was him. You better call him back." And so they connected, and Curt Weldon's been on many podcasts. He got the eye and ear and attention of Ron Johnson. He's been, it's just been an incredible road. Tucker Carlson was the big one. So all of this is to say that every little action has the potential to lead to something really big. And, if we are here today, it's because of all the actions that all of us, all of you have done for the past years, your dedication, your passion about it, your unapologetic behavior. And so we would like to invite you to maybe help us plant further seeds tomorrow morning at 9:30 in the morning. We'd like to go to Congress and deliver
this document that a lot of people took some effort in. This is all of what we think are the most essential pieces of evidence, all condensed into 9 pages. You can imagine how much stress, and she edited it, and I can vouch it was very hectic in those final days when everybody wanted to put in their final comments. No, you forgot this. You need to put this in. And so we have architects, engineers, chemists, physicists, a lot of people putting a lot of effort into this. This is the request for a call for an independent presidential investigation into the World Trade Center destruction on 9/11, and it's addressed to President Trump, asking him to put together a commission to investigate this. So
any of you, if you have nothing to do tomorrow morning at 9:30, we'd like to see you on the corner of First and Independence. We need 20 people.
Looking to get 20 people. Yes, separate. All right. The address will be at the First Street and Independence Avenue. That's at the corner of the Capitol, basically, right in front of the Cannon House office building. We're looking to get a group of 20 broke off into
10 groups of 2, and an ambitious project to visit all 500 plus offices amongst us.
So we're looking from 9:30 to 1 p.m. It's going to be rough. We'll give us about 3 minutes.
Bring your running shoes, and if you're watching on live stream, redacted, if you're in the Washington area, that goes for you too. You join us tomorrow morning. How many will be there? I don't know.
All right.
Raise your hands.
How many people would be able to go? This will be at 9:30 in the morning at the corner of First and Independence, and we're going to start the walk there. We'll hand out the materials, everything you need. We have a lot of copies of this that we want to hand out.
No?
Yeah, we don't need ID.
No.
Yeah, anybody can walk. Yes. Yeah, please. So there's 2 events going on shortly thereafter. So that's from 9:30 to 1. At 1:30, we're going to re-meet. At 1:30, we're going to re-meet, and Diana is going to lead us in a demonstration out front of the White House.
Oh, and Diana bought some signs?
Yes. Yes. So, morning congressional outreach, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. If anybody needs to get a hold of me, I don't know what's easier for you to remember, a phone number or an email address, but my phone number is 724-826-1001.
We're streaming live.
I don't care. I put my stuff out there all the time. 724-826-1001. I publish it all over the internet, so it doesn't matter. Cannon office building right out front. Or you could reach Sandra and I at or you could reach Sandra and I by email at contact@911warroom.com. Very simple to do.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. All right, okay, yeah. Phone number, if you need to get a hold of me personally, call or text, 724-826-1001. 724-826-1001.
Yes.
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 Yes. I'm sorry? Yes, and if anybody would like, somebody's trying to call me, that's hilarious. Whoever's trying to call me right now, that's great. Wait till I get off the stage. And then for Diana, going to in front of the White House, get ready, phone number coming. Diana's phone number, 202-640-0054. Diana will be leading the demonstration in front of the White House. Diana, if you could stand up.
Diana is right over there.
That's what Diana looks like. All right. One more time. 202. Sorry, streamers. 202-640-0054. Let me. That's the one. Too fast. One time slow. Here we go. 202-640-0054. Who feels really confident they could be there to join us tomorrow at 9:30? Let me just show of hands. And we have those shirts for sale. Forgive me, Phil. Yes. $20 a piece. We'd love to wear them. So we got hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12. We're almost there.
You counted him?
Yes, I
Yeah,
think so.
okay.
Yep. All right, let me wrap this up. Thank you all for being patient with all of the technical glitches and whatnot. I just wanted to end with, we're almost out of here, one quote from Margaret Mead. You all know what I'm going with this. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change this world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Thank you all for being here today. Come back tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. A big round of applause for the organizers, the speakers, and you guys, the attendees. Thank you.